Louisiana beer reviews.
Alright kids, today we're looking at the Founders All Day IPA, which is a session ale. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. Judging by the artwork on the outside of it, it looks like this is something that you could go out in your Grand Wagoneer from the 80s with your canoe on top of the roof and go out and have yourself a good time and still maintain and have yourself a tasty brew at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and try this one. I've had it before, Jay's had it before, and this is kind of a repeat for both of us.
It's been years since I had it. I bought a bottle when it first came out and I tried it and I liked it. All the other session IPAs I tried, I didn't like them. I found the body was too thin relative to the hop action.
This is the 19.2 fluid ounce, more commonly known as the stovepipe.
That's enough. Okay. Very bubbly, hazy, golden, nice little frothy head. And these beautiful Petrus glasses. We did a Belgian, oh, it's frozen. We did
it's a little overly cold. we stuck it in the freezer for a bit. Longer than we should have.
I usually don't stick beers in the freezer unless they're malt liquor. It's always malt liquor.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that.
That's actually the truth. That in the old days I did, but I didn't know any better. All right, now
okay, so we're good to go.
Big beer expert now.
Yes, you are. And now we're looking at
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Icebergs in my beer.
It says drink responsibly. They don't serve Founders in the clink. And they got a lot of cops out there, I've noticed. But murmur. But anyway, 42 IBUs. Okay, it's a pretty high IBUs.
Yeah, for low alcohol.
My complaint with these session ales is that they got a lot of bitterness, but there's no body.
Yeah.
But I found this one did have enough body.
Well, we'll taste it and review it off of today's taste.
Correct. Here we go. People ask me, why you take your cap off when you do that? I say, well, because sometimes those shadows on my face look like I'm in the dark. Nice, rich aroma.
Yes.
Pine resin.
Tastes good, too. We jumped ahead of the game.
Yeah, pine resin, which is obviously the hops.
Wow, this is really good. For a session, I'm not even getting session flavor off of it, which is not good.
The Oscar Blues Penner, I did not like it. What are some other session IPAs? You could just name them one after the other. I'm going to tell you, I didn't like it.
Right. They have this weirdness to them. I just really can't put my finger on them.
They're like a diet drink. And when you get diet drinks, they always taste wrong.
Right.
I walk around at work and I see these people drinking Diet Coke all day. I'm going to get another Diet Coke. And I'm like, I would drink water before I drink Diet Coke.
Be fat.
Yeah, they're drinking all this Diet Coke. I don't understand that. Not to say anything against the Coca-Cola company. I'm just saying I don't understand that fixation on that. I think they're addicted. Is there something addictive in those drinks? Because
it's the aspartame.
They drink it all day. Which to me is unhealthy. Okay. Whoa. This thing has a lot of body.
A lot of body.
For being a light beer.
It's not really light beer. For an IPA at 4.7, this is light.
Light side.
Yes. I think you got to get down to the 4.2 range to actually call it a light beer.
I'm just so used to so many IPAs being 7.5, 8, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to have one that you can actually enjoy the flavors of the IPA. Enjoy the hops, the bitterness, the flavor of the hops, the fruitiness, the pininess. It's got a classic West Coast style flavor to it.
Even though it's from the Middle Coast.
It is from the North Coast. That means the rest is for me. That was that stop. You see?
That is that.
Yeah, and I picked this up at our local grocery store. For some reason, they'll sell singles of the big cans. I believe I paid $1.99 for this.
Bromart?
Rouses.
Oh, Rouses.
Rouses like houses. Rouses.
I like to get a lot of stuff at Rouses. And Mathern's. Not so much at Winn-Dixie anymore. Well, you know, Winn-Dixie was never really a beer destination for me.
No, they were just cookie cutter.
But I bought many things at Winn-Dixie in my life. I'm telling you, this is a really fantastic ale.
It's very flavorful.
It doesn't taste washed out. That's the word I was looking for. Most of the session IPAs taste washed out.
Yeah, like your typical light beers. This one's very good.
Oh. I think if you go to England, their IPAs are like 3.9 to 4.5% alcohol. They're like, yeah,
they
they're
adopted their style.
Well, yeah, because they weren't all just getting drunk type beers. Although I can't say craft beers were designed for that. They weren't. They were not. Like Torpedo was not designed as a getting drunk beer. But I mean, if you drank 3 or 4 Torpedoes, you're going to get drunk at 7.5% alcohol.
Yeah.
But if you go to England, their ales are very low alcohol, is what I mean. And the IPA was designed to preserve the beer when it went to India.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a refrigerator.
I don't think it was actually by design. I just think it happened.
Well,
it was a pale ale that turned into what they call the India Pale Ale because of the destination where the troops were.
Just saturate it with hops, keep the beer from spoiling. Now, by the time it got to India, the hops had faded, so then it was really just like a pale ale. But if you drank it in England before it got shipped, you'd say, you know, oh my word, this thing is so particularly hoppy, you know. And then so that became like the style, the IPA.
I'm not going to disagree with you. What we'll do is we'll do research on this and discuss it at a later time.
No, that's how the style started. So then, with refrigeration, with the onset of refrigeration, there was no need to jack up the hops. But then it just became a style of its own because of the flavor.
This is really good. It's a really good IPA.
Citrusy, resinous, white bread, sweet white bread crust, but it does not taste like all those sugary beers we were complaining about. Remember how everything tastes like sugar, and you were talking about how people that drink these craft beers all day long, their like chest is sticking out, and they're like, oh, I'm drinking another craft beer, it ain't hurting me. And you were saying they don't look too healthy, you know.
No, they don't.
They drink that all day long.
All day long.
And it can't be good for your body, you know. You just drink all this sugar.
All day.
But this one you can drink all day. Maybe you wouldn't be like that.
Yeah, you know, and they do offer this in an extended 12-pack and a 15-pack, which I think you can get a pretty good price, $16 or $17.99 in some places. And so this is, to me, if you like the flavor of an IPA but don't want to get all stupid and you don't want all those heavy calories in it, this is a route to go.
Yes, and I think this would be a good one to introduce people to India Pale Ales.
I don't think so.
Why? You think it's too intense?
I think the flavor is intense as any IPA out there.
It's only
the alcohol content is lower.
Yeah, but it's only 42 IBUs. You know, it's not like 70.
I guarantee you I could give this to any Bud Light drinker and they'll hate it. I'll give this to anyone who's looking to... They don't want this. They want sweet.
Yeah, my next door neighbors, they
sweet.
only drink Bud Light and they smoke the Marlboro Gold packs, you know, the hard pack.
That's so healthy.
And if I gave them this, they would just
They'd
gag.
throw it at you.
Yeah, they would gag. They'd say, oh, you know, oh, that's bad.
And I'd say, you can taste that over your burnt taste buds from your Marlboro Lights you've been smoking your whole life.
But they just love, I can't put them down. They come home from work and they're in the back porch with their always pint cans of Bud Light, always drinking straight out the can, never out of a glass. They always drink pints.
Talls.
Yeah, and they got their Marlboro.
This would be extra tall.
Yeah, you know, and they got their Marlboros, and they'd be out there for 6 hours, man. Just having such a good time at work, drinking some Bud Lights.
Huh.
But they would hate that.
Yeah. think you're right. I think they would hate it.
Anyway, but that's just how different people approach the beer world. Okay, what would you score it?
Solid A.
It's funny because in the wintertime, when they got the windows open, you know, I can smell the smoke. It'll come in from next door. Even 2 in the morning, I'm like, she's out there smoking.
There's no smoke in this beer.
No, I mean
Solid A.
coming from the porch. Yeah, solid A. It's an A plus. It's the most not an A plus. I mean a most excellent beer.
Yes, most excellent.
Dynamite product, and not a bad price.
He really means to give it an A plus.
No, I don't mean to do that. I would have said it. I just misspoke. So anyway, a most excellent product. We've said enough. Laissez les bon temps relais. Y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. And you can get it in bottles.
You have to search for those bottles.
These days.